All right, guys, welcome to another YouTube video. Today, I actually want to talk a little bit more about my transition, where I was able to find a lot of proof and evidence that I wanted to do a lot more with my life. And, this specific area I'm in right now is actually one of the last places before I kind of threw in the towel and started my business. And I wanted to bring everybody back that's currently watching my channel to a place that I hold really dear to my heart as well too, and some place that's actually helped me really accumulate a lot of skills, experience, and dismantle a lot of false beliefs that are just brewing, that was brewing in my mind at that time. So I'd say about 4 years ago, I graduated from Toronto Fire Academy, and I wanted to get some experience before I actually got hired on in the Toronto Fire Services. And what best thing to do is leveraging one of my licenses, which is my DZ. Anyone that's in the States, that's the specific license you need in order to actually operate a straight truck or a commercial grade vehicle that doesn't have any trailer hooked onto it. Again, it's not really important, but I wanted to use this place to actually develop my skills and spruce up my resume so I can actually go ahead and apply to the Toronto Fire Services. But I think things kind of had a different things kind of took a different stride, and I had a lot of different types of experiences leading up to it. So where I am actually right now, I'll kind of just flip my camera. I'm in my old truck yard parking lot, and I used to actually drive a commercial grade dump truck in the city of Toronto at the age of 19. And I'd like to say a lot of people work hard early on and they have different types of circumstances or things, but I like to say I was very blessed, and I had the opportunity to go ahead and do something a little bit more extreme that I never really had experience doing. So I tampered with this, and I did it for about a year. And the reason why I'm bringing everybody back to this specific location is because I want to be able to show everybody that you don't have to come from a specific background or, have some external funding or come from a family of business in order to kind of break that, generational curse and do something yourself. This was probably the most difficult yet most rewarding times in my life. And I'll break it down to, I used to actually wake up around 3:45 to 4 a.m. every morning. And I used to simply just drive through, those gates over there, and just drive through, park my car and start up this truck right in the morning and just head straight to Toronto. And I did that for over a year. And on top of what I was doing here, I was able to do some day shifts, and I was also able to, again, get the opportunity to do some night shifts as well too. And through that process, I really took my physical body to these limits that I would have never, ever, wished to do again in my career, to be honest. And breaking it down with a little bit more context, actually, 4 a.m. in the morning, getting to the job site in downtown Toronto at like around 6 or 7 a.m. and working all the way up until 3 or 4 p.m. just to come back to this very yard and then sleep for an additional maybe 3 or 4 hours. And then I would go back on the truck, either bring this truck back home or go straight to the next job site that would start either at 7 or 8 p.m. that would take me all through the night. I thought maybe if I can put in more hours and leverage whatever I was getting paid on an hourly basis to actually create a six-figure income. And, I'd like to say that that was probably the most challenging times, because I remember I used to really think to myself, like, nobody out of my friend circle or anybody that I know personally right now is even up. So from the morning I got up in the morning, I'm like, shit, all my friends are sleeping. Everybody I know is currently sleeping, or they're going to university or college in the morning. Or when I was coming back to actually drop off my truck, I would already start getting prepared for my evening shift. And I used to see all of my friends actually, just you know, enjoy their evenings, go out for bowling, go to the gym, do things that I'd say normal 19, 20-year-olds should be doing, right? And I thought maybe if I removed myself from that and I actually just surrounded myself and immersed myself with work, I thought I could actually outsmart the system and actually do well for myself and serve my family and loved ones too. But nonetheless, I don't think that was the best fit for me. I made a lot of money doing this, but again, it took a very big toll on my mental health, my physical body, and I wouldn't say this is the best industry as well too. The dump truck industry in the GTA is very cutthroat, and for a young 19-year-old, like, you know, you don't really get any help. Everybody here is independently operating their own vehicles, so not really a really good culture going on over here, and it was very, very hard for me to actually get a grip on. Long story short, the way I was able to actually have these realizations was actually at nighttime. So when I used to do my nighttime shifts overnight, like graveyard ones, I used to, you know, do some asphalt paving highways, you know, in the GTA. I think I had I had a lot of time alone. And with that being said, when someone spends a lot of time alone, they get a lot of self-realization. They have a lot of time to think. And time actually just slows down when you're able to actually just be present at all times. And kind of, you know, where I'm taking this story to now is that I want to share that, like, even if you're stuck in a corporate environment job, or let's say that you're doing something right now that you know is even an inch that you know you're not going to be able to do for the rest of your life, and you know you don't enjoy it, chances are your gut is you're kind of getting the right intuition here. So I didn't really want to ignore that, and it was making me feel really, really upset that I'm not able to land a job at Toronto Fire. I'm so young. They don't take on new guys or young guys. You got to really have a lot of experience. And, you know, I thought I would beat the system and get on early and you know, get my career going. But again, like I said, things had taken a different turn and I had to make some money. So now let's kind of get back to the transition, because the only reason why I'm making this video is not to create like any pity for myself or to show you like any emotional based like context. Like, I'm so past that. And, you know, with all the experience and everything that I've gained, I'm only coming back here so I could show everyone exactly how I transitioned and how I was able to quit my job and actually create substantial amount of income from remote closing. Yes, I am a business owner, but the main skill that I acquired was able to learn how to close online, provide a service, whatever, sell a course, education, whatever it may be that you're currently doing or you'd like to be doing, whether you're going to be a closer or you're a current business owner right now. I was on that truck down over there, I wouldn't want to say it, but I was simply printing a spreadsheet of real estate agents, and I had a full three-page list of maybe 70 numbers. And for exactly a month and a half, I remember, as I was doing my daytime shifts, I would be taking my breaks and trying to text and cold call, and I absolutely sucked at it. I was basically going in with no experience, just asking people to speak with decision makers and trying to figure things out. But nonetheless, after I think maybe a couple hundred calls, I was able to actually land my first appointment, and that appointment was actually local. And maybe I can make a video about that as well too later, but I was able to strike luck. Some local business owner who's a real estate agent, I'd love to share his name. Shout out to Capital Hands, Vishaw. He's still currently operating, great guy. He was able to give me an opportunity, and I was able to meet that gentleman on an evening where I was just hitting the fan. I'm like, hey, I just got to quit my job. I need one appointment and I want to close somebody out, and I can finally have this proof of or some level of evidence that I was able to do this. So long story short, I was able to book that appointment, and this was, I don't remember the date, but I remember it was it was the most amazing feeling that this person was like, hey, you know what? I like what you're saying. I like your approach. I want you to meet me at my office today. I remember that very day that my boss, basically, who owned the truck, was like, hey, like, you need to pick up this last load. And if you don't pick up this last load, like, it'll be your last time working here, because like you've been cutting things short. And I was actually like cutting my loads short so I can come back home faster, so I could learn more and make more cold calls. So I remember not picking up that load that day, taking my truck all the way back to this yard, parking it up, and having this feeling in my stomach that, you know what, like, I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and just risk it all, and we'll see what happens. And, you know, I was essentially able to get to that meeting and provide enough value where that person was like, hey, I'm going to throw some cash at you. And it was roughly around, I think it was around $1,500 Canadian. And I thought that was amazing. He transferred me that that cash the next day. I won't go too into I won't go too deep into that context, but I wanted to share that at that moment, that day when I converted that deal, I'd called my employer up and I just let him know, like, hey, like, with all due respect, I don't think I'll be coming into work tomorrow. And I remember having a feeling in my stomach that I don't even know if I should be saying this right now. It's too early. And then I got a call from my friend basically telling me and reassuring me that, hey, you know what? You don't ever have to come to this parking lot ever again. Do what you did for the last month and a half and dedicate your life to it. Tomorrow morning, get up and just do that one thing, which is getting more appointments, getting better at sales, getting better at communicating, providing value, and sticking to the script. So after that day, I actually never went back. Yeah, it was tough. I wouldn't say that my aircraft was just off the ground. No, it was very hard. For the next 3 to 4 months, like, it was very hard to think that, hey, I'm supposed to be creating income out of like my own brute force. Like, I'm the one that's in charge of it. Like, I don't need to go clock in anywhere. Like, I can just register my own time and just do things, and make things happen, which is, again, income producing tasks. And again, the reason why I'm making this video is because I know so many great guys, young people that are so smart, so privileged, and have so much leverage that there are so many more other opportunities that I know that a lot of people are sitting on in this parking lot here. And these are probably one of the most hardworking people, and I have the utmost respect for these people in this industry, because this is by far one of the hardest things to do, is to stay away from your family, be on the road, and just miss out on quality time, even though it means that you're making money. So, long story short, guys, again, like I said, the reason why I'm making this video is because I want to tell you guys the raw truth of how I did it. I did it with complete faith in myself and constantly stacking evidence every day, whether it even meant that someone just picked up my call and just said, hey, you know what, I appreciate your efforts, and basically hung up. I would use those small little things to put a crutch on myself, to give myself a little bit more of a fuel and motivation to keep going. 4 years later now, you know, we've grossed over $1 million in our business and other avenues as well too, with helping other business owners generate cash flow, with staffing sales teams, operating completely remote, commission based. And you know, I just want to let people know that if you are on the fence of trying to figure out this online business / high ticket closing realm, please hit me up and let me know if you need any more information, and I will do my absolute best to guide you. Again, like I said, I am looking for more individuals that want to make the same transition and working with me. Like, I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I did, learning, paying tens of thousands of dollars in coaching and mentorship just for someone to tell me that I'm doing the right thing. Again, I want someone to literally work with me that is ready to commit, work with one of our online portfolio companies and succeed. Because what I'm currently doing is providing everybody a complete in-depth training and access to my free sales training. It's called the Moving Commas University, and you guys can use this. It's absolutely free, and I'm not charging you anything. So you guys can take whatever I learned in 4 years of development and just failing and chargebacks and bad client, experiences and all the stuff that a lot of business owners don't want to share. They think it's all glitz and glamour and all nice. I want to be someone that provides you the raw, uncut truth of how to operate in this industry. And overall, I want you to know that what I did in 4 years, you guys can do in 1 year. Why? Because I failed a lot, and I've documented my entire experience and journey, and I've helped hundreds of other closers do the same by working directly with me at my company and or moving or working with our other portfolio companies as well too. So I just want to cut things off. I will be talking a lot more on this journey. And again, I will be sharing a lot more proof and evidence of like those night shifts and those day shifts. But man, I remember I always knew every time I entered this entire trucking parking lot that I was constantly testing my limits. Damn, did I wanted to just come home and just sleep and just throw in the towel? Like, shit, I thought about it every fucking day. And don't mind me swearing, I want to be very open with you guys that this really molded me. Some days I used to wake up in the morning and put in 3 to 4 hours just for someone in downtown Toronto managing a job site to tell me that the job is closed and that there's no work. And that happened to me a lot of times. And don't even want to get into the politics and all the stuff that I had to go through in order to even get people to take me seriously. But such a blessing. And yeah, I just wanted to share this with you and get a little bit more personal with my audience, because I know this is going to really impact somebody that's really on the fence of just like believing in themselves, right? Either you have worse circumstances than I did at that time, or you had better. It doesn't really matter. Like, if you want to make a transition, it starts with taking great action consistently every day and making small pivots towards where you want to go to. And yeah, man, I just want to be very transparent. Really appreciate you guys. If you guys enjoyed videos like this and want more content just like this as well too, please like, share, subscribe. And it would be a great, again, I don't usually ask for a lot of favors, but if you have enjoyed this video, please send it to somebody that you know that might benefit from this. It could change their life, could change yours. And I just want to spread some positivity. So again, I don't have really anything to sell you guys right here or any call to action. If you guys want to learn from me and not pay thousands of dollars from other people to learn how to do this, hit me up. I'll send you the free Moving Commas Sales University. You'll get access to all of my sales calls paid in full and all of my frameworks to closing deals. Doesn't matter what industry you're in. And most importantly, if you're currently just stuck in whatever career you're in right now and you want to transition, we can help you get placed and also working with us immediately. So again, appreciate everybody's time. I will be talking more about this journey as well. And we'll see you soon. Take care.